Belcher will be in single safety as Minnesota won the toss and deferred. Illinois receiving, and we'll have a touchback, and they'll bring it out to the 25s. And yeah, he had 3 picks a week ago. Probably only one of them you could really hold him accountable for. But other than that, he has been as efficient as ever. Aiden Lawfrey is in the backfield with him. That's a little play fake on the zone read. And right away, Pat Bryant, the aforementioned wide receiver. Great having him back. As Josh mentioned, he steps out of bounds just shy of the 44-yard line, and they get a first down on the first play. It's a very solid offensive front. And there goes Lawfrey. This is a defense, too, that's very stingy. Cody Littenberg coming up from linebacker makes that stop after just a 1-yard gain. Tight end Arkin in motion. Good coverage there on that pass to the back shoulder. Ethan Robinson was all over it.
Keep an eye on Pat Bryant, a guy who loves to get the ball through in this situation.
Big league pass that's a little ahead of Zachary Franklin, who prior to Bryant's emergence had really been the first option offensively.
Yeah, I really love what this team has done with Parrish, obviously coming in June because he has other business in high school. He wants to win championships in other sports. They didn't get him in the spring, so they've kind of brought him along slowly, and he has taken advantage of all his opportunities, and you can see him. He's going to be explosive in the return game as well.
Well, this is a marvelous punt that's going to be downed inside the 5. That was a freshman mistake, allowing that ball to bounce inside the 53-yard line. That'll happen sometimes with the trajectory of a punt. You don't want to make that mistake. Here comes Darius Taylor, bouncing it outside. I'll show you how shifty he is. Not much room there. Clogged up in the middle, but Alex Bray runs him down. But again, he gets 9 yards on a play that looked like it would be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Max Brosmer. What a find out of the FCS level from New Hampshire. Quick out. Good for a first down to Elijah Spencer, the wide receiver.
You can kind of know what kind of acumen he has for the game of football.
Out of the shotgun. Brosmer with time. Incomplete. Now second down and 10. Taylor again. He is shifty. Now, when they bring Marcus Major coming in, I know you're high on him too, number 24 when he gets in. Matthew Bailey with that stop. Third down and 5. Safety valve out to Taylor. Well defended by Illinois. And Taylor is slow getting up. He's a little banged up. He loses 4 on that play.
He's up, jogging off the field underneath his own power. That is a big relief because you do not want to lose a guy like that in the first drive.
We see a punt formation coming here with Mark Crawford. He's a 30-year-old, and by the way, Minnesota's punter who got him inside the 5-yard line, Hugh Robertson's 31. We've got 2 punters today that could be senior citizens in college football.
Hold on. I was going to say, I'm 32. I'm not a senior citizen.
Josh McCray is in the backfield, and there you see on the zone read, Altmaier keeps it. And that's a fumble. Ball is on the ground after that hit. Minnesota is on top of it. Baranowski with the recovery after that hit of Altmaier by Justin Wiley. He dislodged the ball, and Altmaier slow to get up. But Justin Wiley with a big-time pop. Keep looking at Altmaier. They need him to be okay.
Sudden change. It's an opportunity for a shot.
Indeed. And there's the up pattern to Taylor. They love him coming out of the backfield. That's the other thing about all 3 of these backs, whether it's Major or Newbin that comes in for him, they'll pass it to them. Marcus Major, the aforementioned backup in the game. Donovan Leary is warming up along the sidelines for Illinois, the backup. Brosmer looping it towards the corner and complete. Overshooting his intended receiver Daniel Jackson by just a bit.
3rd and 6+, so they can do a lot of exotic things. I think they're going to go back to cover 2 here.
Yeah, they're 6 of 36, and we've got a marker down for
false start. Offense, number 60. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Larry Smith couldn't have said it any better or more on time than he just did. That'll back him up.
You see the defenders following to make sure that it looks like it's in man-to-man coverage. They go to cover 2 like they do.
4 wides. Major, great job of blocking there, and he finds Spencer. Elijah Spencer. They're going to mark him inside the 20 at the 19. That's a first down. Gain of 13. How about the composure of this young man, huh? Flushed from the pocket. Eyes always looking ahead. Now he gets rid of it. And it'll be second down and 10.
When you're Illinois and you do a lot of different things, you hope that you can get him confused just a bit. But a lot of times it's not going to be likely because he knows what he wants. And if he doesn't like it, he finds his way to his check down.
On second and 10. Major running hard and stopped just shy of the 15-yard line. They'll give him 4. They just converted a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they do with half that needed on this play.
One-on-one to the top of your screen.
And there's the out pattern to Spencer, and Elijah gets it down to the 5-yard line. Caleb Patterson with a stop. Max Harbaugh, who is the new offensive coordinator for Minnesota, said that Brosmer he's got a relationship with him that's a partnership. Like this dude makes suggestions to me in the middle of a game.
Yeah, he's a grown-up. He's a grown-up, and that's what you want from a senior at the quarterback position.
Backside pressure coming from Akis, and he has to get rid of it. Second and goal. That's Bierman in motion. Taylor down to the 1. Akis making the stop. Matthew Bailey with some assistance there. The sophomore Moline High School in Moline, Illinois. Taylor in the Wildcat at quarterback, flanked by Newman and Major. Taylor, Illinois stayed home. He stopped at the 2. Lost yardage on that play, about a half yard. PJ, even though his team is 7 of 7 on 4th down, he decides, let's get the points.
Yeah, you got down here. You kind of stole this opportunity by getting the fumble, get points on the board, and be up.
Ruggin Kasich with the field goal. And the Gophers get 3.
And when he got his opportunity, even though he had all the legacy behind him here in Illinois, he delivered for this Illini football team.
He did. And another kick through the end zone for a touchback. Trips to the top of your screen. McCray is in the backfield. And he'll take it, and look at that convergence up front by Minnesota. And again, Justin Wally all over the place.
You know, they have a lot of variety in their single high defense. Even though it's single high, they have different variations of it where they can cloud those corners and put them in position to make plays like you're about to see right here.
Little bubble screen out to Franklin. And he's got the first down out past the 35. 3 wides this time. Altmaier streaking down the sidelines for Bryant. Well covered again by guess who? Justin Wally. The others? Well, they're all in the top 10. McCray. Ooh, what a defensive move by Minnesota. They are all over it. And tackles for losses are a real key to get Illinois behind the chains. That's Jack Henderson. 3rd down and 13. Pressure off the edge. Altmaier stepping up. Slings it out to another one of its tight ends, Carson Goda. And he's going to be about 5 yards shy of the first down. Robertson to punt it away. And a beauty that rested inside the 5 last time. Fair catch being called again this time. That ball hit the defender at the 20, I think at the 23-yard line. Actually got him in the head, and they should be. One of the most respected coaches in college football. 8 years he spent there. That pass incomplete and really well defended. One of the reasons Brosmer's been so successful is he's always had that wide receiver as his out pitch. And here's Darius Taylor, his out receiver, is out as a running back, going for 12 more yards and a first down. On first down from their 38. Major. Talk about edge setting. There's another example of it. Great work by Ryan Mead, who just came into the game for the injured Dylan Rosiak. No gain. Brosmer in trouble and down. Boy, Aaron Henry has got to be pleased with what he's seeing from his defense. 3rd and 14. Brosmer's pass incomplete. Thrown in the direction of Elijah Spencer.
He's got to get back to the sideline, get on the iPad, just trying to figure out what this Illini defense is trying to do to him.
Mark Crawford with the end-over-end punt. And Beatty will bring it back. Boot of 46 yards and an 8-yard return. The Illini trying to reset after a tough loss on the road against the #1 team in America. Will Valentine just into the game, totes it, and bolts ahead to the 32-yard line. You got to take it for what it is and improve. That's what they're attempting to do today. This is Franklin coming out of the backfield with an easy reception, and he's got it very close to the line to make. Looking for their first conversion on 3rd down, 0 for 2 so far. Right up the gut, and McCray's got it. 5-yard pickup. And we come to the end of the quarter. I learned something from him yesterday. He was actually a color commentator for the Arkansas Radio Baseball Network back in the Norm DeBryant days in the 90s. All great quarterbacks at some point played a little baseball, and never failed to learn something new whenever seeing Barry.
Yeah, after this play, you got to continue that story on how he did so well.
Yeah, he sure did. That pass against man coverage is dynamite to Pat Bryant. That story will have to wait. That time he beat Justin Wally. Extra tight end there to Chip as Valentine gets it, and Khalil cuts inside that block. Forges ahead to about the 31-yard line, a gain of 3. Bielema was stopped everywhere, including the airport, about it. And Bryant coming the other way. A little sweep action going towards the boundary. He did get to practice all week. Brett kept it under wraps. Kerry Brown comes up from safety to make the stop. Josh McCray, lone setback. And he'll tote it right up the gut. First down, just outside the 10. Kerry Brown, 14. The strong safety comes up.
And we talk so much on the Minnesota side about their talented wide receiver and their talented running back. How about these Illinois special positions doing what they're supposed to do?
Well, Altmaier thought better of it and got down quickly when he saw Danny Strigo, the 5th-year player out of Long Lake, Minnesota.
You got man-to-man coverage, so those corner routes on the inside are always good.
Valentine inside the 10. They'll mark him at the 9-yard line, sandwiched by Wally and Strigo. Keep an eye on Zachary Franklin down here, too, down at the bottom of your screen.
Altmaier's legs are important as well.
Yes, they are. As evidenced right here. Looking. Now he cuts it up to try to get as much as he can. He was decked at the 7-yard line by Maverick Baranowski, who had the fumble recovery earlier. This will be a 25-yard try by David Milano. Milano, who's been very effective, 13 of 16 on the year, a long of 50 from the right hash. And we're tied at 3. Well, Xavier Scott has done exactly what Aaron Henry, his boss and defensive coordinator, prescribed for him to do.
Yep.
Darius Taylor burrows ahead. He stopped just shy of the 40. You remember what they did in the late stages of that game with Nebraska. They made him go back 30 yards in the overtime period. This pass is incomplete again, trying to get it into Jackson, but he was well shadowed by number 14 in orange again. 3rd and 6 here. And the game within the game continues between number 9 in white and 14 in orange. Little outlet to Taylor out of the backfield, and he powers ahead for a first down. To the 46. Scott comes up. They're moving Jackson around now as best they can. And this pass across, caught right in the seam by Jamison Gears, number 86, the backup tight end.
Quarterback coach Quincy Avery all the time, having his feet and eyes working together, finding the appropriate throw.
This time back shoulder throw to Jackson. That's a nice one right in front of Scott. 9-yard gain on first down. Got one to play with here, and Brosmer lets it fly, incomplete for Jackson again. I'm telling you, Xavier is he's gonna be feeling it, maybe spending some time in the hot tub after this one's over, because he's gonna get a workout shadowing number 9 all afternoon.
He is a talented defensive back and a pro, and he's ready to go to the next level, and you have to play this way against guys like that if you want to prove that.
Taylor, and Darius gets it down to the 25, inside the 25 at the 24.
Kamal Hayden drafted to the NFL. Quinyon Mitchell turns him into a first-rounder at Toledo a year ago, and now you've got Xavier Scott, a guy who they're trusting against one of the better wide receivers in the country, Daniel Jackson, to go one-on-one coverage for the majority of the game. You see him chasing across the formation there.
And a marker down.
False start. Offense, number 87. 5-yard penalty. First down.
First and 15. Taylor, wide open. Darius Taylor, touchdown.
And that is an outstanding job by Taylor, but it's the guys up front.
Yep, 29 yards. Kanari Wiltshire is back deep awaiting the kick. Minnesota now with a 10-3 lead. And a quick fair catch called on what was a directional kick. Dynamite as he is, you think about how hard it is to be a starting quarterback, to be given that QB1 designation. Trying to make the most of it here, and he's done a very good job. One of the reasons they're still ranked. Lawfery out of the backfield. That is very close to and will be enough for a first down. You can move the chains on that one, man.
He knows he has man-to-man coverage, the running back versus the linebacker. A natural pick happens, and he gets a first down.
Again, a quick out to Pat Bryant. And another outstanding pickup on first down of 5. Lawfery remains the setback.
Minnesota's showing the 2 shell, right? They're showing 2 shell, but a lot of times they go back to single high, but it doesn't always have to be man. It could be cover 3.
Lawfery. And that one was stuffed right from the start. Devin Williams, number 9, and Devin Eastern, a pair of Devins. Altmaier with 4 in the pass pattern, and this one's caught by Beatty. He's been getting a lot of playing time of late. That's a 10-yard gain, piercing Minnesota territory at the 49. Lawfery, the lone setback, as Altmaier goes under center this time. Look out, pressure from the backside from Anthony Smith. And another sack, second of the day, of Altmaier, redshirt sophomore from Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. Out of the shotgun, 2nd and 18. That's a big league throw right there to Zachary Franklin. More than compensating for that loss. But now they've got, after 15 yards, a 3rd and manageable. McCray! Picking them up, putting them down, touchdown! Longest rushing touchdown play. The previous high was 37. That goes for 42.
Wait, hold on now, because if we're 12, but there's a lower seeded group of 5 team, they might take that 12 spot and push us to 13.
That will not happen.
We need to be 11.
The other 3 teams, by the way, number 6 Texas, number 7 Tennessee, and number 8 Notre Dame. So 3 top 25 wins. That's not many teams have that other than Illinois, and those are the other 3. Darius Taylor takes that one in for 4 yards. Taylor adjusts himself in the backfield. Look out for him on a little out route, little safety valve maneuver, and that's why they love him so much. What a strength that is as a quarterback, to know you've got him to pick you up with yards after catch. Ryan Mead with the tackle after a gain of 14. Yeah, that's a linebacker known more as a thumper.
Oh yeah, he's an edge rusher if there ever was one.
Marcus Major with a major gain inside the 50 to the 47. And again, it's Ryan Mead running him down, number 34 in orange. It's for the games in your area tomorrow on Fox. Plenty of time for Brosmer, and it's caught. That's Elijah Spencer. You know, he quietly goes about his business as the second option to Jackson, and today he's going to play a key role. Caleb Patterson with that stop. Look at those tight ends out there. Callerup, some help from Bierman, both on the right side, and they run the opposite way. What a cutback and a huge pop at the point of attack as Taylor takes it ahead for 5. Taylor's the setback, little play fake, look out, Brosmer looking long. Now he has to tuck it and run as the pressure was coming off the edge. Jeremiah Warren, 55, does make the stop. Fans feel it, they know this is an important play.
The matchup is to the top of your screen.
And it looks like we've got timeout, perhaps, I think.
Illinois, their first of the half.
Yep.
Will also be 30 seconds in length.
Yeah, they did not like that setup, and wisely got a timeout.
At the top of your screen, there's the matchup right there.
They need 5 to keep it alive. Look out, in traffic. That was a dangerous pass. It could have been picked, thrown in the neighborhood of Jamison Gears, 86, and it'll be 4th down. Now those 5 yards meant a lot. The 5 yards that he didn't have to give up. Because this is now a 45-yard field goal for Kasich as opposed to 50. Well, he's got a lot of leg on it and puts it through. And this could be a game where every opportunity to score any points whatsoever is crucial. Well, remember, Minnesota won the toss, deferred. So Illinois does receive to open the second half. So to your point, you run it, see what you get, and then decide, right? And he got a lot of yards here.
I just don't understand Minnesota just opening up the middle that way, right? Because that's the normal thing you do. You find to see what you get on a run play, and they allow them to get a decent amount of yards. Great job. He preserves 1 timeout, so now he has 2 left.
Well, you spend all your money on those designer suits. He gets to wear, you know, workout material all the time.
Yeah, he does get free clothes.
1st and 10, Altmaier goes for the out route. It's caught by Colin Dixon, 17. Just 4 yards, but they do stop the clock with 10 seconds left. And I suppose you could get at least 2 plays out of the time you have remaining. Barry Lunny running that offense, trying to remain as aggressive as he can. And the playbook is wide open here. Altmaier zips it out there, and it is caught at the 45.
Timeout immediately.
Pat Bryant. Let's see what they do here. 5 seconds left. They do go quick out, and it's right there, and he scurries out of bounds, does Beatty.
There you go.
So they're going to have about, let's see, this will be a 55-yarder, which is well in the range of Machowski. Original walk-on. As we mentioned, he's hit one from 59. This is from the right hash. Ethan Machowski. His 2nd try of the year. Look out! Just a little outside.
And aside from the missed field goal, that was about as good as a final drive you can have for Illinois. A lot of momentum going into half.
Elijah Spencer, the 2nd option at wide receiver, has 3 targets. He may actually wind up being the key today. Here's Parrish on the run. Corey Wonder is ahead to about the 27-yard line. And that's where Minnesota takes over. 1st and 10. Taylor's in the backfield. And that's Brockington in motion. And Brockington's going to get a little bubble screen. Jackson, I should say. And right away, just get him the ball any way you can. Harbaugh, another one of those guys promoted from within the Minnesota coaching staff. That's something PJ really likes to do. Taylor trying to burrow ahead. Not much room, if any. Just a couple of yards on that play. No running backs for Brosmer. Brosmer makes his way out, flush from the pocket. Now lets it fly for his tight end, incomplete. He had to unload it there. Callerup the intended receiver, well defended by Matthew Bailey.
He flushes them out, and the ball has to be thrown away. Outstanding start for that Aaron Henry defense.
Crawford with a beautiful boot taken by Beatty at his 18. He manages to get ahead to about the 23-yard line. Lawfrey in the backfield. From the 23, it's first down, Illinois. That ball is tipped into the air. Batted down. Great work by Lindenberg, 45. Hayden Lawfrey remains the setback on 2nd and 10. Dixon wide to the bottom of the screen, and here goes Lawfrey again. And it looks as though he may have made the line to make. Gain of 10, move the chains. That's an excellent offensive front that Illinois has.
Yeah, it's been shuffling around as well.
It has. Going long. It is Franklin. Incomplete. Well, that was a wow moment, even though he didn't bring it in. 2nd and 10. Lawfrey trying the right side, and it is hard to run between the tackles against this Minnesota group. That's Gooseby, Aiden Gooseby with the stop. Altmaier's offense is 4 out of 7 on 3rd downs. Blitz coming late from Parrish. He missed him. And Altmaier may have gotten the first down. No, he's back to the line of scrimmage. Back to the original line of scrimmage. That's Jack Henderson that comes up to polish him off. And he's a little slow to get up, getting some help from the umpire.
Altmaier standing in the pocket and making sure that nothing's open and trying to make sure he minimizes the damage.
Robertson to punt it away. This is a line driver, and Parrish is calling him off. It takes a favorable bounce from Minnesota, so they'll have decent field position. Great memories. And by the way, that moment from 100 years ago is only matched by the 11th anniversary of your big day against Indiana the same weekend. That's Darius Taylor taking it ahead just past the 40-yard line. In a sort of Walter Winchell style.
How does it go?
To make it go. It's range at the 45, the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30. That's how you do it. Commentators back in those days. There's a slant pattern to Daniel Jackson, and that one was dynamite to the 45. From the 45, it's Taylor again.
He catches it with kind of like the backside of his left hand. I mean, unbelievable ability to make those tough catches look very easy.
Brosmer with time, checks it down to Taylor. Not much. May have lost a yard on that play.
Coleman does a nice job at the defensive end position at the bottom of your screen.
Oh, great route. And I believe he had to come back for that. Darius Taylor did make the stop. They're going to give him the 35. That'll be enough for the first down.
And you got to love the wherewithal by a running back to know what yardage to get, knowing that you're going to race back to the quarterback so that you still have the first down yardage.
Taylor now suddenly 7 catches for 49. Brosmer in trouble and down. Backside pressure, Timmy. Vince Dooley used to say to me, over to Lugai. 2nd and 17. Brosmer. A lot of patience there. There's Elijah Spencer. We touched on his probably being a valued commodity in this second half.
They're lining up in man-to-man defense, but as you know and as you've seen all day, they can easily go to a cover 2 or a different coverage and try to confuse Brosmer.
Taylor! Wow. Well, that thing looked like it was going to be stopped up.
As well as Taylor's playing in the pass game, he's averaging 7 yards a carry as well.
By the way, that's a pro of the future, Ursery, that made that block. And the uncalled hold. Anderson gears the intended receiver. That time it goes incomplete. Taylor remains the setback. Look at that little skip from the right to the left-hand side. Jump stop maneuver. Kreutz makes the stop along with Akis. And it's 3rd down and long coming up. Brosmer looking for him. Boy, he certainly had his eye on him, didn't he? From the very jump. This one will be from 38 yards. from the left hash. No problem.
Yeah, got you covered.
Yeah. That's one of the things about this Illinois defense and that Aaron Henry runs. The guys in the secondary are multi-talented, can play multiple positions.
You got man-to-man defense here.
Yep, Khalil Valentine gets past the 25 to the 27-yard line for a gain of 2. Devin Eastern making the stop. If you're into that kind of football, and guys like us are, this is really fun to watch. At that time, they were able to induce possible encroachment. We'll see if it's offensive or defensive.
Offside with contact. Defense number 91. 5-yard penalty. Second
I think
down.
Altmaier did that with cadence. That graphic right there will tell you how penalty-free, for the most part, this game has been. Josh McCray finds a crack and now gets the big-time scrum push. Fans love that. Old-style Big Ten football for a gain of 10. 78 is his high. He's got 74 right now. Altmaier slings it out. A little too high for Pat Bryant. He runs out of some real estate, Pat. A few dunks in his future. 2nd and 10. Altmaier runs out of time. Oh, he dropped it. Got a fortuitous bounce. And then was wisely going to just get on top of it and allow his body to fall down. 3rd and 8. Pressure. Little games and deals that time, and Dixon with the reception. Oh, they bobbled it. Get a marker down. Personal foul, maybe? Let's see.
Holding. Offense number 73. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 3rd down.
That's Josh Geske, the left guard.
Yeah, they haven't made those calls today. That looks like a good block.
Let's see what Barry Lunny dials up here. More traffic, and down goes Altmaier again, and a late flag comes in.
Oh, face mask could be late.
This is a huge break for
Personal
Illinois.
foul. Face mask. Defense number 17. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First
Poor
down.
Jaw Joyner. I was a fire-breathing broadcaster down there, wasn't I? Here's Altmaier. That ball is tipped into the air. Woo, that could have been picked. And had it been, it would have been look out. Play fake to him, and I was trying to go with a little out route to Franklin, but nothing doing. Great pressure again coming from Anthony Smith. 3rd down and 10. Now they drop into coverage. That pass almost was picked off. Franklin, but Lindenberg, he's upset with himself. Almost had hands of Velcro to take it back the other way. That was the 5th pass breakup by Lindenberg today. Altmaier was thinking blitz, and they dropped back into coverage. That was a thing of beauty. Parrish is back deep. And once again, he calls everyone off. And it does take a Minnesota bounce, and they'll have it at the 17. Almost. Shady McCoy put on a show that night in the backyard brawl. Darius Taylor, take a look at Taylor taking that rock, and is stopped up to the 23, maybe the 24, a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Taylor again has the 1st down. Seth Coleman, number 9, with the stop.
Let the quarter in because they're just now getting to the line of scrimmage.
Tim Brando, Devin Gardner, Josh Sims as we open the 4th quarter. On 1st down. Taylor spun down at the 30, just a gain of 2. Matthew Bailey again. 2nd and 8. 3-step drop, Brosmer. Out of the backfield, Taylor. Great recognition again. Only a gain of a yard that time.
You got single coverage to your best receiver at the top of the screen.
3rd and 7. Brosmer. Taylor. And just enough on that particular tackle by Kreutz. He got just enough of his ankle. Twin tight end setup. Going heavy, Major just keeps on pushing. That's the size we were talking about. And Bailey once again puts his nose in there, gets in the fray to assist on that tackle, a gain of 3 yards. Second down and 7.
Caleb Patterson has soft coverage at the bottom of your screen versus Jackson.
Out of the gun, looking for the corner. Incomplete. And again, tremendous coverage. Mano a mano. Elijah Spencer working on Torrey Cox, number 5. The junior out of Miami was right there with him. Third down, 7. Markers down. Brosmer decides to tuck it and run. And he hits the deck about a yard shy of the necessary yardage for a first down.
Looks like there's a player lined up off sides, Tim.
Illegal formation. Offense. More than 4 in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Brosmer in traffic. Is it? Incomplete. I thought it might be picked. It was thrown behind, and Jaheim Clark had an opportunity. Brockington did a nice job of becoming a defender on that play to keep it from being picked off. Look, it's a fake. It's Crawford. I don't think he got there.
He didn't.
Fumbles on top of it. Wow, PJ pulls one out of the hat.
He does, and he may regret it because I don't think he got there.
No, he did not get there. The ball was fumbled forward.
Short of the first down. It will be first and 10. Illinois.
First and 10 after the botched opportunity at a fake punt, and more on that play. And the dueling 17s in just a second. But now Illinois with the ball at the 46-yard line, and Altmaier throws it incomplete. And on special teams, we do have dueling 17s. The quickness of the player tells you that it was Dixon rather than Ackus, but that's just part of the game at the collegiate level. Thank you for picking me up there, partner.
Yeah, of course. I got you covered.
Valentine.
He got picked up just now.
Yeah, he did. A loss of a yard on that play. And for now, they're measuring up. It's 3rd and 11.
Outside wide receivers, you cannot leave them alone.
Altmaier slings it out. It's caught. Zachary Franklin for a first down to the 39-yard line. First and 10 at the 39. Illinois down by 6. They fake the sweep. They're coming back the other way to Goda. This is a tight end that Barry Lunny could not stop talking yesterday about this kid Goda, Division II transfer, is going to get the job done. It'll be another close one in the ACC for them. Altmaier's pass in the corner, caught, Franklin, touchdown. 16th touchdown pass for Altmaier this year. And the all-important extra point is good. Most by all active players, most receptions, yards, and touchdowns among any active players in college football. And they'll go through the end zone for a touchback. No one outside of Scott Alexander, our content coordinator, would know that. Darius Taylor's in the backfield. Now Brosmer has to duck under some trouble and lets it fly. And boy, he almost completed that to Brockington. Minnesota down 1. Brosmer looping it down the sideline on the go. It's Jackson. What a catch.
Unbelievable. Outstanding job by Jackson.
Taylor, oh boy, how about those moves, huh? Inside the 25. And we got a marker down. I think we may have had a false start.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, it was going to be one or the other. This is his 35th consecutive start. Mariano Ursary. That out route to Jackson. And he's down at the 19-yard line. 2nd and 5. Brosmer over the middle and caught. Elijah Spencer at the 5. Straight eye formation now with Taylor dotting the I. Those legs keep churning even after the Fighting Illini were doing just that at the point of attack. Look out, beautiful call, wide open for the touchdown to Jamison Gears.
They're going to go for 2 here.
Yep.
To make this a 7-point game and force Illinois to go get in the end zone plus the extra point.
Timeout by Illinois.
Illinois, the second.
And I imagine there's going to be a drop back pass here. They're going to drop back, and he's going to get to his check down quickly, and that could be the person that tries to get in the end zone. So they have to make sure they cover down on every single person that is in the route pattern.
They fake to him. Brosmer with time. Incomplete. Looking for the tight end, Callerup, in the back of the end zone. He had options there.
They were all over it.
They were.
They were all over the route pattern, but also the check down, which is where you see Brosmer trying to kind of take his eyes, and it's just not there.
Trailing by 5 rather than 7. Amari Wilcher again is the deep safety as the kick comes his way. They'll let it go through for a touchback. Calling these plays for Altmaier, and it's Lawfree going ahead. The thing that you want to have here obviously is a long drive, but one that consumes plenty of time, which is right in the Illinois wheelhouse.
Defensive coordinator Corey Heatherman has done a nice job of sending blitzes when they don't select it.
Plenty of time, and out of the backfield, he shoots it to Lawfree, who is within 2 yards of a first down, shoved out at the 33. Josh McCray is in the backfield. Oh, look at that read. Beautifully done by Minnesota, coming off the edge. That's Kerry Brown. 6 out of 13 on the season on 4th down. They go trips at the top. And now McCray comes back in the backfield. Altmaier zips it incomplete. Minnesota gets the stop. And that looked like a mix-up. Franklin, the intended receiver, and Kerry Brown was there to break it up. Taylor's the setback. Minnesota with possession now. They're going to try to chew on the clock here a little bit. Taylor. Very important that they hold him to short yardage, force him into a field goal position if that. Yeah, and again, they're only down. They got 1 timeout left, so they really can't do anything about the clock.
Technically 2 timeouts if you count the 2-minute timeout.
Correct. Taylor shreds the first would-be tackler and is to within 2 yards of a first down. All right, game's on the line. 3rd and 2. If Taylor gets this first down, it's over, but he's stopped. I mean, nothing doing. The Illini with a push from T-Raw Edwards, the nose tackle, and Gabe Ackus, 17, the linebacker, get the stop they needed. 41-yard try. Yard try. Flag is down. Looks like we've got
False start. Offense number 69. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Well, that's key. Back him up another 5 yards. This would be his 4th field goal of the afternoon, and now it's from 46 yards. Absolutely right down Broadway. So an 8-point lead. Illinois needs a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to keep this one underway.
And Tim, let's talk about the ways to stop the clock, right? With no timeouts for Illinois.
Altmaier's going to take it himself. That means the clock will tick. He gets it out to the 31, gain of 6. That's Joey Gerlach, number 19, with the stop. Tick, 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 tick. Altmaier's pass, incomplete. Dixon took his eye off of it. And it's 3rd and 4. That should have been a first down when the clock stopped. This pass is caught by Dixon.
And Dixon says, I see your sure hands, and I raise you a pair.
They're bringing 3 and dropping 8. Altmaier's pass is caught. It's a big league throw there to Wilcher. Who's going to make the explosive play out of the passing game? Altmaier's pass on the cross is caught. It's a first down, and guess who? Pat Bryant.
Altmaier is dealing right now, getting into guys that haven't really contributed, and then he gets to his main target, Pat Bryant.
Pulls it down. Look at Altmaier go. He's got the first down, and another big-time hit. Parrish. Flag's going nuts. This one's caught, and again it's Wilcher.
Yep, you can't hit him though.
Yeah, you can't hit
himself up.
You're still not supposed to hit him, no matter what part of your anatomy may have gotten him.
Derriere, no derriere. Nobody cares.
Indeed. 2nd and 5. Ball's tipped. Ooh, that was dangerous. Ball was tipped into the air. Dixon was the intended receiver. 3rd and 5. Altmaier's in trouble. Can't give up a sack. Buys some time. Has a first down and steps out. Oh, that's poise. That's presence in the pocket, is it not? 36 seconds left. Illinois, if they can win this game somehow, some way, and you look at the rest of their schedule, they could possibly have a 10-win season. Backside pressure. Ball is loose. Minnesota's on top of it. Game, set, match. Danny Strigo with help from Joel Joyner with the pressure. Joyner dislodged it, and Strigo on top of it.
And how about that play where you have one defensive end in Joyner straining to get to the quarterback, and then another defensive end in Strigo straining to recover the fumble.
And that will do it. 25-17 is our final, and partner, that is as hard-earned a victory and as evenly matched a game as you'll find. And this Minnesota team, and you see the respect the two coaches have for one another, and they should. They've both earned it.